Group Ironman is an all-new official game mode that was just released. This game mode allows players to create groups on fresh accounts and restrict trading between players outside of the group. Players can choose to be in teams of 3, 4, or 5. Each size will have its own separate high scores to distinguish themselves from groups of different sizes. There are two different differentiations for Group Ironman. One of these is Prestige. By default, all Group Ironmen are Prestige, but if they were to do group activities such as Chambers of Xeric or Theater of Blood with members outside of their group, they would lose their Prestige status. The other differentiation is Hardcore Group Ironman. Hardcore groups will have a set amount of lives based on the number of players on their team. Groups of 3 will have 3 lives, 4 will have 4, and 5 will have 5 lives. Groups will keep hardcore status as long as they have at least 1 life, but a singular player can lose the group multiple lives if they keep dying. Once all the lives are lost, they will all revert back to normal Group Ironman. What's different about Hardcore Group Ironman compared to normal Hardcore is that some mini games and encounters do not count as safe deaths. This means deaths at Chambers of Xeric, Fight Caves, and even the Inferno will count towards losing hardcore status for your group. Now that I've given a basic rundown on Group Ironman, it's time to introduce my team. Me on a second account, and me on a third account. I will be playing Group Ironman by myself on 3 different accounts at the same time. There are a few other content creators that are also doing something similar, but unlike them, I will not be playing my accounts as alts funneling supplies into one central account. Instead, I will be treating each account as a main and try to get them all high leveled so I can compete on the high scores while still getting them PVM ready. These accounts will start off as hardcore, but I'm not too attached to the status, and it's not a focal point of the series. I will continue to play as a regular group after my 3 lives run out. But that brings me to the real focus on the series, that I will not be breaking group prestige. This means I will not be able to do certain encounters with players outside of my group, and instead I'm forced to solo or multi-log the content since I'm playing by myself. This does not have a large impact on stuff like Chambers of Xeric, which is easily soloable, but makes content like the Theater of Blood a very difficult challenge. In order to complete the Theater of Blood, I will have to complete it solo, or multi-log and several accounts at the same time. Since the Scythe and a Vernic Defender are locked behind Theater of Blood itself, I will not be able to use those items to help me complete it either. I spent 5 hours trying to figure out a name for my accounts, and I eventually gave up trying to make anything meaningful, so therefore my accounts are called Yellow Fox 73, Orange Duck 42, and Green Sloth 51. I don't know, I just came up with random colors and names and numbers. It is now time to begin the Group Ironman journey. Okay, so I've selected Hardcore Group Ironman on all 3 of my accounts. They are following me right now as I speak, and it's time to get signed up at the node and make my own Group Ironman team. Alright, so Yellow Fox is going to be my main account, so I'm going to go ahead and create a group, and I have to have the other 2 accounts apply to it, I guess. Alright, it seems like all 3 accounts are set up. Yellow Fox, Green Sloth, and Orange Duck. I think I just confirm it now, and think I'll be on my way. I don't know what those are. Level 5 boars. Oh, I have to make a group name. I'm just going to name it Mazhar, because I'm not creative. Yep, create the group Mazhar. Awesome, your group has 3 lives left. Now what? Alright, it's time to enter the portal. And we should be off the main game. Yep, here we are. The first thing I gotta do is toggle roofs on all 3 of my accounts, because that's going to be really annoying if I don't change it now. Alright, so I'm following Osiris's guide pretty much step by step on all 3 accounts, at least for the start, and then I'll branch off with my own strategy later on. I had to split up all 3 of my accounts in different worlds just because there is item spawns that I need to grab, and I can't just be competing with my own self for them. I'm just settling for 1 log on each account right now. I'm putting this in the group storage so my other accounts can pick it up, and I'm only using this for Monk's Friend. I'll get the fire making later. I'm be thieving these men until level 5 thieving on all accounts, although this account's getting pretty unlucky. I'm still level 1 thieving and I'm almost out of HP. And normally I rely on picking cabbage from the Lumber's basement, but all the worlds are like freaking swamped right now because everyone's making accounts right now. So I'll have to do some improvisation. Alright, all of us are level 5, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on and start some multi-questing. Bro, the steel axes are just bought out in every world, bro. This is actually not sick. My start was a bit bottlenecked with the spawns and the steel axe, but I think it'll be smooth sailing from here. I think there's a couple more bottlenecks later on, including the planks, as well as steel nails from the shop, but hopefully we'll not have to worry about that for too long. I could definitely just skip that step when I get there. Alright, that's X marks the spot completed on 1 account. As you can see, I'm trying to get the other 2 accounts done. There we go. All 3 accounts have it completed now. Alright, I started the Knight's Sword, which is bringing me to one of the more dangerous parts. Well, not really dangerous. It's just dangerous because it's a day of release. But I have to I forgot what the minigame interface is. There it is. But I'm supposed to get an iron bar from the wilderness now, and I'm supposed to get 2 for each account, so I need 6 in total. And there might be a bunch of hardcore hunters there. I don't know. We'll find out. I think I'm gonna go and get them all on one account and just trade them over, so I don't have to pay attention to multiple accounts in the wilderness. Alright, I've got my 6 iron bars. Just gotta hop over and give these to my other 2 accounts, and I can continue on with the guide. Alright, so RuneLite just updated, which is really nice because that means I can use Quest Helper, but it also means I get to show off this new OBS feature that I'm using, where I'm switching between each client scene every single time I interact with the client. So hopefully this is not too distracting for viewers, and maybe it's like a benefit, but we'll see. I will determine what the feedback is from this video. Anyway, starting Monk's Friend. Alright, and that's Monk's Friend completed on all 3 accounts. Next step is to get 35 woodcutting to cut teak trees. Right now I'm trying to fire make on 3 different accounts at the same time, and I promise you it is not fun. This is so AIDS. I'm actually trading some logs over because I got 15 fire making on one account, but the other one's still a little behind, so I'm still using teamwork. Not gonna lie, as annoying as it is fire making on multiple accounts while woodcutting, it definitely makes it a lot more interesting. This part normally like puts me to sleep when I follow it, and right now this is like very click intensive for no reason. Alright, my first account just got 35 woodcutting, which was my stoppage point, but my other accounts are still lagging behind. This one's at 34, and this one is just about to hit 34, so definitely not the most optimized multi-logging, but I'm going to get more used to it as I keep going on, and I will make it more and more consistent. Alright, I just got 35 woodcutting on the last account. I did notice I forgot to do fletching my other accounts, so that's what I'm doing now. So you can see me fletch on these and to get 1,000 arrow shafts. So I'm going to do a bit of woodcutting here to get some normal trees, and then I will move on to the next step. Alright, we got 35 woodcutting and 1,000 arrow shafts on all 3 accounts. So let's go ahead and do the next step, which is to thieve cakes until 20 thieving. Okay, so the strategy I'm using to train thieving right now is I have all the clans stacked on top of each other, and I'm just tabbing between each one of them, and I'm just spam clicking the stall, and it seems to work pretty well. Okay, so I'm at least level 20 in all 3 accounts, which means I get to move on to the next thing, which is silk. And unfortunately, I can't do the alt tab method for it because I can actually get the attention of a guard, and I don't want to die and lose my hardcore status like that, so I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Bro, what? I've been locked out of one of my accounts. What the fuck? I just tried to hop and got kicked out, and it's like, it says go to the billing system? What? Alright, apparently I had an unpaid balance when I bought membership on this account. I wasted like 10 minutes just now. It's really fucking annoying, but at least I could play, bro. I thought I was panicking. I thought it was like over for me, bro. I was like, alright, this series is done before it started. Okay, so the respawn for the silk is super slow, so I could just chill and get like maximum XP just doing this. Oh my god, I just watched this hardcore die right in front of me. What the fuck? Alright, that's all 25 on the 3rd account. The next step is to do sheep herder, which I am not looking forward to because I'm gonna have to do it on 3 accounts. I'm gonna try to do it at the same time, but it's gonna be fucking annoying. Dude, this is actually so AIDS to try to multitask, but I think I'm doing it right. Alright, somehow I've managed to get to the 3rd sheep on 2 accounts, but this one account's still stuck. I just trapped it in another corner. Fuck me, bro. I keep fucking up on this one account. I'm trying to multi-log PVM on this account, and I'm struggling to multi-log sheep herder. Alright, I'm on the last sheep of 2 different accounts, and I'm just trying to do both at the same time. I'll be done with this goddamn quest, bro. I actually hate this quest so much now. I've never had a problem with this quest before, but doing it on multiple accounts will make you hate it. Alright, my accounts have finally regrouped now. I don't think there's anything, for at least for a little bit, where I need to be in separate worlds, so we're chilling. And that is 3 quest completions, 3,100 GP for all of them. That's gonna help a lot early game. And on to the next quest, which should be Sea Slug, I think so. Alright, that's Sea Slug completed, and that should shoot my accounts up to 24 fishing each. So good progress so far. Right now I'm just selling my silk to the silk sellers on all 3 accounts, so I think I should have around 10k when I'm done on each account, so 30k total. Alright, so I have on my GP, I bought a house for every account, and now I'm going to use the X marks the spot lamp, which I have had since the beginning, and dump this in construction. That gets me 4 construction on all the accounts. I'm supposed to buy a bunch of wool and a bunch of papyrus this step, but it's all bought out, so I might have to just skip this step for now. Right now I'm just multi-questing the start of Dwarf Cannon, but I assume I won't be finishing it for a while. Alright, so for this next step, I'm supposed to pick up 130 planks at the Barb Outpost. The chances are I'm not going to be able to pick those up. I can't even buy balls of wool or papyrus in the shop, and you don't need those for freaking ages, so I'm probably going to have to skip Con here, which means I'm going to have to skip Wintertodt, or at least delay it just a little bit. But yeah, I'll probably do some steps I meant to do after Wintertodt, and just wait for the game to clear up a little bit. Yeah, there are literally people fire making next to the plank spawns and waiting for them to respawn one by one, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. That's fucking a huge waste of time, and anyone fighting for those spawns is wasting their time too. Alright, I should have seen this one coming as well. This is another bottleneck. Bronze arrowheads cannot be bought right now. All those shops have been bought out. I'm just going to check another world just to make sure it's not a fluke. And yeah, they're just all bought out, so I'm going to skip this step as well. It's kind of annoying. Alright, another quest knocked out. The Plague City. Now I can teleport to Artie, which I really can't teleport to Artie, but I get 15 mining. Alright, my whole plan is thrown out of whack just a bit. I'm supposed to do Daddy's Home right now, but I don't have the planks to do it because of the whole world situation and the new release and everyone fighting over plank spawns. So I have a lot of stuff to skip. I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to get 50 wood cutting right now. I mean 50 fire making right now, so I have at least the requirements to start Wintertodt. You actually don't need construction and fletching for Wintertodt. The main reason you want to get it beforehand, though, is because your XP that you get from repairing the braziers and fletching the logs skills with your fletching and construction level. That's the main reason people do it. And I think it's worth waiting and holding off Wintertodt until I can do that. So I'm training the rest of my fire making up until 50 on all my accounts right now. I'm doing it at the teak spawns at the Isle of Souls. There's 3 of them, unlike the Castleware spawn, which only has 1 per world. So this is a bit better. And yeah, I'm going to be here for a while. This is going to be pretty slow from what I recall. So normally I'm not really a big Wintertodt guy. Like, I don't like rushing Wintertodt. Even on my main iron and my first hardcore, I never rushed Wintertodt. The reason why I'm rushing it now is because I want to be able to AFK something while I edit, and the best thing I can AFK is most likely going to be combat. So if I'm able to train combat AFK, then it's really good for me because I need to edit, I need to do a bunch of stuff. I need to also be able to AFK 2 accounts if I ever want to do like LMS for rune pouches or something like that. I just need the availability of AFK, and the faster I get there, the better. Obviously I can't train combat before Wintertodt because my HP level would go up, and then I would have more of a struggle doing it later. Alright, so a lot of time has passed, and I'm now getting 50 fire making on my final account. I have it on these other 2 as well, and now I have all the levels I need to start Wintertodt. And I was considering holding off Wintertodt until I could get planks, but after assessing the situation, seeing how there's more people like just starting to play right now, and how the plank situation is going to be a bit of a shit show for a while, I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and start Wintertodt without training construction and fletching that much further. There's only one more thing I want to finish off before I actually start Wintertodt though, and that is to do Daddy's Home because it gives a bit of construction XP. But other than that, I'm going to go straight to Wintertodt right after. Alright, and that is Daddy's Home complete on every single one of my accounts. We open it, I get a bunch of supplies, which I'm just going to save for now. I think these are the con levels I'm going to go with. 10 is good enough. 4 fletching, not ideal, but it is what it is. I couldn't get any bronze arrowheads, and I don't think it's worth the time making shafts. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and send Wintertodt. And that is going to be it for now. Next time I'm going to be doing Wintertodt. I'm going to be making GP so I can push through the early game. And I'm hoping to get my total level up a lot more than I did this time. I managed to get rank 35 even though I wasn't training for total level at all. And I'm also playing by myself. So we'll see where I could push this. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.